So this is a case where we have all of the money and all of the know-how that we need to solve the problem. But because there is so little funding to provide treatment, the bottom 1/3 of humanity receives only 3% of all surgeries performed in the world. While I was talking to Dr. Maggi and before I left Sierra Leone, I came up with a crazy idea. Why not create a crowdfunding platform like Kiva.org or like Kickstarter, where we would fund surgeries instead of microloans or new businesses? If we had such a website, then girls like Tiange would not be kept waiting for years for their surgeries. Femi, my young student back in Ghana, would never have gone blind. And the money could come from average people like you and me, rather than large foundations. So I teamed up with 2 co-founders back home, and 6 months later, we launched a website called samahope.org. Samahope allows anyone, anywhere, to fund a medical treatment for a person in need. With just $20, users can browse profiles and apply their funds to a patient in need via PayPal or credit card. We started with fistula patients in Sierra Leone, and we just added burn and cleft palate repair surgeries. Our goal is to fund 1 million treatments in the next 5 years, using social media and the power of the internet to connect people like you to this critical need. With an all-volunteer team, we've now funded over 100 treatments in 3 countries, including cleft palate repair, burn repair, and fistula, and safe birth procedures. Thanks to Samahope, Tiange received her surgery. She was stitched up in just a few hours and has been dry for several months and able to re-enroll in school. Drawing on our experience in tech, we funded many more patients through a massive social media campaign this Mother's Day in the United States about a couple weeks ago called Honor Your Mom, which generated hundreds of tweets and Facebook likes from celebrities. You could post a picture of your mother and make a donation in her name, and she would receive a card in the mail with commemorating the donation, rather than flowers or candles or typical Mother's Day gifts. These 2 Sama ventures, SamaSource and Samahope, are still young. We have about 40 employees in 2 offices and far more work than we can manage. The problems that we've chosen to tackle seem really enormous and overwhelming, but I'm hopeful. When things get tough, I go back to the memory of my first days in Africa 13 years ago and to the relentless optimism of my young student Femi Abbas. I remember that the Femis of the world need us to be optimists. And I take great comfort in the words of a famous historian named Howard Zinn back in the US, who said, "To be hopeful in bad times is not just foolishly romantic. It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but also of compassion, of sacrifice, courage, kindness. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, is itself a marvelous victory." Thank you.